So this is a quick review of upgrading from 23 millimeter width tires to 28s. This is about an 8-year-old road bike that doesn't have discs, and so I could only go to 28s. 30s or 32s might be better, but there's fitment issues with old style rim brake calipers, so I had 28 was the max to get fit in underneath the super record calipers, and I still had to move the mounting down to the bottom of the fork area and readjust the pad height to get the fronts to clear. The rears don't have that issue, at least on my bike. And anyway, yeah, so I was interested in seeing what would happen by upgrading to the 28s. And so the 23s were Victoria 320 TPI, basically road race tires, and these are tubulars, so they're glued in. And anyway, the first thing I had to do was clean off all the glue, which took several hours. But when I got the rims back to new, then I was able to run just gluing tape, and which worked out really, really well. And future tire changes will be a lot faster. So I've upgraded to the Victoria Rubino Pro 28s. So this is with their newer graphene 2 compound. So it's grippy, but it's also got better rolling resistance than the older tires that I was using. So quick, first thing, the bike feels way more stable, and you would think it might be from the rotational inertia of slightly heavier tires. So it's 350 grams for those. It's a more durable, thicker tire to 290 on the previous ones. But I think it's a combination of factors. The bike rides quieter, so there's a little bit less vibration. Now, admittedly, I was running 110 PSI in the rear, 9 in the front, and now I'm running 180. But because of the wider tire and there's more tire patch, you don't need to have quite as much pressure. But really, the bike feels so much more stable and smooth. And as you get older, you lose your spatial perception. So that's your ability to know where you are in moving three-dimensional space, or basically what people call 4D space. So as you get older, you got to be a bit more careful on the bike, and having tires that are grippier and feel more stable and have more cornering power and don't fall into the ruts and the grooves as easily, and are less dangerous on gravel and loose road material. That's a huge plus. So I'm really, really happy about the stability. Comfort is up. There's no negatives at all. I think I've got better rolling resistance than I had previously. Maybe it's the new graphene 2 compound, but just a huge improvement going from 23s to 28s. Doesn't really look a lot different, but it is. And so maybe 32s would be even better, but they wouldn't fit on this bike. You'd need to run discs on a newer frame. Anyway, with this bike, this is a really interesting, it's a Canadian frame. It's a climbing bike, the Gallium Pro Argon, and everything including the super record V2 or V2 or V3 electronics. It's under 14 pounds with all the electronics and the power meter, everything. And that part of that's because I'm running tubulars. So the tubulars are safer, as you guys probably know. If you blow a tubular, they stay on the rim, and a lot less risk of crashing. But everyone's got their preference. But yeah, the bike feels fantastic, and obviously if I had discs, I'd be having better stopping power. But these tires are grippier in the dry, at least, and I think they will give me that additional safety margin. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this.